Shalom everybody, this is YashaiYAH. Before I begin this video, I wanted to tell you guys that there was audio difficulty in the first hour of the video, so if it sounds a little bit off to y'all, just bear with me. It does get better after that hour. Once again, this is a very informative video and I wouldn't want you to miss it just because of the difficulty or technical difficulty that I had experienced in the beginning. So enjoy the video and shalom.
Shalom everybody. YashaiYAH Barakatah, Bahasham YashaiYAH, Wawawak Hakwadat, Ama, Watazadat, Wa'amawan, Wa'ahaba, Aman, Hallelujah. All praise be to the Father, self-existing, sovereign, Father of creation. I affirm, Amen. I hope you all are having a lovely day today. This is part 6 of our video, the vision of the prophet Isaiah concerning and regarding the end times world. This is going to be a very epic and powerful lesson today because I've done a lot of intensive research before I've presented this video. If I was you still, I would confirm it for myself. I would do my own research. I would take notes. I would remember certain things and kind of, just keep an eye out and stuff. Keep the eye on things. Because even I sometimes am not 100% sure about what I've been receiving, but I'm pretty sure about what it's saying and stuff. And there's no other way to look at it at the moment. So, just keep an open mind, in other words. Like even if everything points out for one thing, there's a chance that does not mean it's the thing. You see what I'm saying? Like you can think Obama's the Antichrist when Antichrist can mean a group of people and not just one person. And taking the mark of the beast can not just mean taking a mark like a chip inside of your body only, but an actual mark like a scar or some type of tattoo or cutting into the skin or something like that. You got to keep an open mind even when things sound like what you think it sound like. May the spirit of discernment and insight be with us today. Yawak HaKodash. Amen. I affirm. So go ahead, get ready. We're turning to Isaiah chapter 36. By the way, today is the 22nd, today is the 25th day of the 8th month. And we're still in the second semester of fall, so-called the autumn equinox. So today is the 25th day of the 8th month in the second semester of fall, and we're also in the second quarter. According to the fictitious calendar, the Roman Catholic Julian season calendar, Constantinople type of calendar, today is the 8th day of November, 2014. I'm still trying to figure out what year we are in Hebrew, because they changed up a lot of things, and I know we're not in 2012. So today would be November 8th, 2014, and Julian, fictitious calendar, and natural calendar and stuff, according to the Most High, which you can find on my page. I share it with y'all. We're in the 25th day of the 8th month, which means we're near the end of the second month in fall, which means we have in 5 more days from today. You see what I'm saying? We have a new month feast. 5 days from today at sundown, at even. Because remember that sundown and even, when it gets dark outside, begins the day. Now you just have to adjust because they have trained us to be backwards in today's society. Like how we read from right to left instead of left to right, like we were using. You see? Now, y'all who've been studying your language and your culture would know this. It's actually pretty simple. Alright. Okay, pardon me. I had to wait for someone real quick. But yeah, so according to our Hebraic calendar, we have 5 more days left until the month's over. There's 30 days in this month. In the next month, there's 31 days. We also have the Feast of Dedications in next month. And next month, not only does it have 31 days, we shift from autumn, fall, into winter. Now we're falling into the cold, the temperature is dropping, the sun is going below the equator, there's more night than day. You see, after we hit the peak of the winter solstice, when we go all the way down, when the sun goes all the way down, and the moon is all the way up, and there's more night than day, eventually we'll start to go back towards the center again, and there will be a spring where everything begins, where life begins, like springing up from bed, having energy, having power during March, which was the time we marched out of Egypt. Alright, I took a lot of notes, so I hope you guys are ready. Let's go ahead and begin. Isaiah chapter 36, verse 1. Thank you, Father, for being here with us today. May you bless this session today between you and these wonderful people who are listening today. I thank you, Lord, and bless you all for listening. YashaiYAH Barakatah. May the Most High self-existing bless you. YashaiYAH Yis-RoyAl Barakatah. Which means He is God, all in all, creator of all things, coming in the name of our Savior. He shall save. Yeshua means He shall save. All praise to the Most High, YashaiYAH, which means the one that said, I am God. Which we call He is God because He is God. You see, not I am God, but He is God. YashaiYAH. That's why you can't skip Exodus 15 when you miss that whole point. Alright. So Isaiah, Yashaiah, salvation of Yah. By the way, Isaiah, Yashaiah, is a son of Amos. Amos was one of the kings. Wait, let me see. Pardon me. Amos. Let me see. The name Amos means strong. Amawatite or Amawat. Pardon me. Amawat. Amawat means strong. Amos. And that is a derision, pardon me, it actually derives from, let me see, Amet. And Amet means, it's a root word, by the way, in the Strong's Concordance Dictionary, and it means to be stooped, strong, bold, let me see, alert, alright, and how you say Amet in Hebrew, which is the derivative root word where Amos, Amawat come from, is Amat. Amet is Amat. And the name of Amos is Amawat. And Amet, the root word Amat, means fortify, harden, to prevail, to confirm, bold, strong, and alert. So the name Amos means strong. Isaiah is the son of Amos. Chapter 13, verse 1. Now we came to pass, in the 14th year of King Hezekiah. And by the way you say Hezekiah in ancient Paleo Hebrew, Lashawan Kodash Barai, the holy Hebrew tongue, is Kazakaya. And it means Yah or God has strengthened. Yah has strengthened. God has strengthened. So it's Kazakaya. So Hezekiah is Kazakaya. Now it came to pass in the 14th year of the king, Hezekiah, that Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came up against all the defense cities of Judah, Yehoiada, and took them, the cities of the Jews, Judah. And by the way, is in the word Hezekiah, in the name Hezekiah, which means Yah has strengthened, YashaiYAH. The word Kazak is a root word, and it means to be or grow firm, to be or to grow firm, to be firm or to grow firm, or to be or grow strong, strengthen, become powerful, courageous, or encouraged. So if you put it together, Kazak, which means to be strong and grow firm, and Yah, it means to be strong in God, or God has strengthened. You see? That's what Hezekiah's name means. YashaiYAH. Alright, continuing on. Let me see, there was something else. Okay. About the Jews, the name Jew, Jewish, Judeans, Jews, whatever they call it, Judeans, or Jehudite, or Judite, or Jehudah, Judah, Yehudi, whatever they want to call it in other languages. In ancient Paleo Hebrew, Jew or Jewish or Judean, all that stuff, Judite, is YashaiYAH. You see, YashaiYAH. YashaiYAH. And that still comes from YashaiYAH, which means the Most High is praised. He is praised. He is thanked. So Hezekiah was also a king of Judah, the Most High thanked. So Sennacherib, let's see who that is. You may want to take note on this. Alright, so Sennacherib is actually a king of Assyria. And Assyria is pretty much a group of Iranian or Arabic native people. You see what I'm saying? So Assyrian doesn't mean Syria specifically, but it means a group of the Arabians, those who speak Arabic. So I'm going to see if I take any note on Sennacherib. I probably didn't do much research on him because he's a king of Assyria overall. His name is actually a foreign origin. No, alright. That's pretty good. But we're going to get into a lot about who the Assyrians are because this chapter is going to deal a lot with them. And a lot of people in ISIS, in Hezbollah, and Fatah, and the Syrian rebels, all this stuff going on over there in the Middle East, these are the same people, the same general people, the same general location, the same type of mentality, trying to go against Israel, fake Israel over there, and trying to go against real true Israel, which are the ones in exile, like us over here in America. You see what I'm saying? They hate people who believe in Christ in general. And as Hebrews, we believe in Christ, and Christians believe in Christ, and Catholics believe in Christ. I would like to think Catholics believe, so it seems like they worship Mary, the whore. But not the mother of Christ, but the actual whore. It has nothing to do with Christ. Catholics have nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Their beliefs and what they call Mary and what they call Christ is not what we think. You see? But once again, in chapter 36, verse 2, now it came to pass in the 14th year of the king Hezekiah that Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came up against all the defense cities of Judah, YashaiYAH, and took them. And the king of Assyria sent Rabshakeh, and let's use Rabshakeh. Rabshakeh. That name pretty much means, Rab means captain or officer, like rabbi. And Shakah means water, or waters, or irrigate. So if you put it together, it might mean captain of the Navy, captain of the ship, captain of Navy, officer of the waters, or captain of the waters, you know, master of the waters, or something like that. Probably not master, but an officer. So Rab Shakah, Alright, let's continue on. All praise to the Most High. Hallelujah. So Rabshakah, captain of the water. Rabshakah. And he's from Lachish. So let's see what is Lachish. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. Alright. That took so much notes, man. Okay. So Lachish is a Canaanite city. A Canaanite city. So the Canaanites. And this is in Palestine. The Palestinians. Maybe not them specifically, but in that location where they're dwelling now. Because remember, a lot of kings and rulers back then and conquerors conquered certain lands and certain territories. You see what I'm saying? They have conquered certain of the land, like how Israel right now, my country, my land right now is conquered by faith, Ashkenaz, Khazarians, Zionists, Jews. And while they're pretending they're us, they're defaming us, they're slandering us, making us look bad across the world, but they don't represent the true roots and essence of being Hebrew. You see, they haven't tasted them putting on boats and ships and sold off in America and have someone take their land like they have done to us. You see? So Lachish is of a Canaanite city in Palestine in the southwest of Jerusalem. So that would mean the opposite of the sun facing south. Because the sun rises up in the east and rests in the southwest. Like America is America is west of the Middle East. And the Middle East literally means the Middle East. Because all the way to the east is like Asia and things like that. And if you keep going further east on the globe, eventually you'll reach North America again. Because nothing has an end, it goes round and round. I think so. Who knows? Maybe there's a twist to all of this. So Lachish is a Canaanite city in Palestine. By the way, the king of Assyria, the king of the Arabic-speaking people, that's Arabic is Arabian, in that general area around Babylon and Syria and Lebanon, things like that, and Canaan and Palestine, those are all Assyrians. That king in verse 1 is Sennacherib. Pardon me. Yeah, it's Sennacherib. And it means moon god, like Jezebel, which is the moon goddess, which is what we call it, the Yiddish and the big Jews follow. They follow moon calendars. They don't follow solar calendars and stuff like that. They follow lunar class calendars like lunatics, you see? And these people suck up people's energy like moon and moons. People thinking that the new months are based on new moon. All that stuff is moon worship, and that came from the Moravians. They had a taste and a hand in sharing and enslaving our people as well. Never forget this. And the moon god is sin. So Sennacherib, he was ruling during the times of July through August in 701 BC, or around that general time. July or August, or July to August, 701 before Christ. And he's also the son of Sargon. So Sennacherib is one of the sons of Sargon. So look up who Sargon is. Matter of fact, unless Sargon is the father of Lachish, which is the Canaanite city in Palestine. Lachish, one of the sons of Sargon. But Sennacherib, the king of Syria, the name means moon god and it means sin. Alright, continuing on. So that king of Assyria came against the defense walls of Judah. And the king of Assyria sent Rabshakeh, which means the officer of the seer, one of his officers. So Sennacherib sent his officer, or pretty much his officer, his naval officer, from Lachish to Jerusalem. And Lachish, like I said, is a Canaanite city in Palestine, and he sent them to Jerusalem. And unto King Hezekiah, which name is YashaiYAH, God has strengthened, with a great army. So he sent them unto King Hezekiah, or Kazakaya, pardon me, with a great army. A great army. Emphasize on that word great because it's not there for no reason. It would have said he went there with an army. He went there with a great army. And he stood by the conduit of the upper pool. The conduit of the upper pool. The medium of the upper pool. The channel of the upper pool. Upper pool would mean northern pool, because upper means what? Northern. Pool means water, or something that's containing water, or a group of people, a group of things. But here, this is not a metaphor. We're going to put the P next to it. So the upper pool would be a northern pool, and he stood by the conduit, which probably is what contains the pool, the northern pool, and the highway of the fuller's pool. So now we come over here. Hold on one second. So the upper pool, and they call it Bethesda, pardon me. Bethesda. Pardon me, let me see. Bethesda. Okay, Bethesda, pardon me. That's the name of it. Bethesda. Bethesda. B-E-T-H-E-S-D-A. B-E-T-H-E-S-D-A. Bethesda. So the upper pool is actually a place called Bethesda. And the water, the pool represents a water basin, like something that actually holds and contains water, like a pool. And they call it the northern pool. And in Acadian, they call it the cunning pool. So it's like a pool, a northern pool. And the guy sat there by it. And it's a highway, I guess it's a crossing between two different cities or towns or something like that in the highway. Then came forth unto him Eliakim. So Eliakim, his name is YashaiYAH, like Kowam. YashaiYAH, which means God raised, or God has rose, or something like that. God of raising, YashaiYAH. And there's proof to this in Isaiah chapter 22, verse 20. Alright, Isaiah 22, verse 20. All praise to the Most High. Alright, now this says, it has the P there, which is the parable, metaphor. And it shall come to pass, in that day, that I will call my servant Eliakim and YashaiYAH, which means God arising. A lot of people feel like they were subliminally speaking about Christ, Yis-RoyAl, especially because that He is there, which means parable or metaphor. So in that day, which usually pertains to these times, I will call my servant YashaiYAH, the son of Hilkiah. So let's see who's Hilkiah. Hilkiah means my portion is Yah. That's the name. That's the meaning of that name. Now, how you say it in ancient Paleo Hebrew? Kalakaya. Hilkiah is Kalakaya. My portion is Yah. Portion of Yah. And the word Kalak comes from the root word which is called kalak, and kalak means to deal, to distribute, inheritance, portion, property, territory, land, legacy, to distribute it. So if you put it together with Yah, it means distribution or distribution of Yah. Or Yah is my distribution. Or Yah is my inheritance, or inheritance of Yah. Or my portion is Yah, or Yah, my portion. Yah, okay, yeah, you can continue on, but that's what kalak means. So kalakaya is Hilkiah, the father of Eliakim, God of raising, like Allah Kawam. Alright? Let me see if that information. Okay, so this is what he says continuing on in Isaiah chapter 22, verse 21, where I was giving you the proof of who Eliakim is, Alayakam. And I will clothe him with thy robe, and strengthen him with thy girdle, and I will commit thy government into his hand, and he shall be a father to the inhabitants of Yis-RoyAl, and to the house of Judah. YashaiYAH, the Most High, is praised. He is praised. And the key of the house of David, will I lay upon his shoulder, which represents Yeshua, because Yeshua is a descendant of King David, Dawad. King David, Hamalak Dawad, or Malak Dawad, was one of the kings from the tribe of Judah, and Yeshua is from the tribe of Judah. So he shall commit the government into his hand, and he shall be a father to the inhabitants of Yis-RoyAl. What did the Father say about calling people father on earth? Do not call no one on earth father, since the Father is saying this, the Father in heaven is saying this. He's pretty much saying that he's going to be coming in the name of Yeshua, you see? Or Eliakim, which means Allah is raised, like resurrected. Alright. Verse 22. And the key of the house of Dawad, the key to the house of Dawad, will I lay upon his shoulder. So he shall open, and none shall shut. And he shall shut, and none shall open. And I will fasten him as a nail in a sure place. You see, this is why people think this is Yeshua, Hamashiach, Christ, Sotel. Because who got nailed? Yeshua. I mean, many people got nailed, but anyone as significant as our Savior, Yeshua, Hamashiach. No. So only him. So the subliminal right here is, and I will fasten him as a nail in a sure place. But this also means to make him stand strong in a certain place, which can represent standing firm in Israel's king, the rod of iron. And he shall be for a glorious throne to his father's house, which is Judah, YashaiYAH, the southern kingdom of Yis-RoyAl. And they shall hang upon him all the glory of his father's house. He's going to receive everyone's crown, everyone's blessing, all glory and dominion. May the Most High will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And may his kingdom come and may he reign on earth as he reigns in the new heaven. Above, below, and everywhere, he is master, he is king, he is ruler, father of all creation. Nothing is exempt from the truth. It shall make many things naked. Reveal yourself. So he shall open and none shall shut. And remember in Revelation, Christ said, I have the key in my hand, the key to death and the key to hell. He got the key to everything at this point, even the key to heaven. Christ had dominated and conquered other realms and spiritual places after he was crucified. You see, he became more indestructible after his flesh was crucified. After his ego was put to death. You see, he conquered many other places in the spiritual realm. So he has the key of the house of David. And the Father laid it upon him. Verse 23. Well, verse 24. And they shall hang upon him all the glory of his father's house, which can also mean we're putting all our burdens and all our sins upon him so we can be cleansed and saved and be made new. He is our living sacrifice, our holy lamb, pretty much. He is our forgiveness. You see, our grace and mercy during this time. That's why he sits in the mercy seat in the seat of cherubim on the throne while the lighting happens. In the Bible, the book, the Torah, Hatanakh, you see Kodash is put in the middle of that cherubim as a witness against you. This is one of the books that will be opened in the end times when the Father judges us, when everything in the sea and everything dead, everything alive is sent up to the Most High Judge to be judged. You see, according to everything written in this book, according to all the laws that's written in this book, you see, and every person's going to have to answer to him one way or another, or they can just take their sentence back either, you know, rapidly. Because the Most High is not going to forgive anyone who don't ask for forgiveness. You must ask for forgiveness in YashaiYAH's only name. According to the scripture, nothing added or nothing put together. Alright. So, his house shall hang all the burden and sins upon him for forgiveness. The offspring and the issue, the children and the descendants, all vessels of small quantity, all bodies small and big, from the vessels of cups, even to all the vessels of flagons. In that day, saith Yahweh, the Most High of hosts, shall the nail that is fastened in the sure place be removed, which means the burden will be removed from Christ, because the Father, the Most High Savior, the Father himself, YashaiYAH, in other words, he is salvation, will remove the nail from Christ's hand, which child, of course, you know, Father will attend to his child's death. So when he died, the Father saved him, because the Father is the Father of creation, so he has the power to give him life. He saved Christ from death, because anyone who's crucified on the tree is cursed, you see? And these trees are Hollywood trees, and that's why these people serve Hollywood days. And the tree, again, Hollywood tree also represents their Christ Massacre tree, what they call Christmas, that pagan Hollywood day. You see what I'm saying? That Hollywood, the same wood tree that they killed Christ upon. You see, that tree is a wicked tree, and they also make wands out of that type of tree and things like that. And some of them have psychedelic property in the bark. You see, and they don't explain these things to people, but those holidays you are celebrating are not holy days. Why do you think it's not called a holy day? Why do you think it feels weird when I say holy day? Yawam Kodash, you know? Because it's so used to hearing it be called holiday, Halloween. It's shallow. You see, it's a fraud. It's a man-made holiday, just like they man-made your current calendars, which is Julian. Every man-made calendar has an origin, it has a root, and it has a beginning. You see? And the Julian calendar comes from Roman Julius Caesar. And there's also the Gregorian calendar and the Arabian calendar. Everyone has their calendar, but it has nothing to do with the calendar that the Most High gave to Enoch to give to us, which all of our ancestors kept. So, he says, right, and he finishes off right here. And plus, the Christmas tree is the Ashera tree, Ashtaroth tree, which is another name for Serapis. Ancient Babylon deities, all come from Arabian, Assyrian, Arabic type of people land. Babylon, the Chaldees and things like that, they're all parts of the Assyrian Federation. You can look at Assyria as a federation, it's not a particular place. Syria in Hebrew is called Aram. You see, and that also means Arabic. And Assyrians are pretty much different Arabic type of nation. This is who the king of Babylon is, like Obama. You see, Muslim, Islamic. This all go back in history. So it shall be the nail that is fastened in the sure place be removed and be cut down. All the trees of Christmas, Christ Massacre tree, all those stuff all Jezebel trees and Ashtoreth stars all fall down. They shall be cut down and fall, and be completely removed. And the burden that was upon it, and the burden that was upon Alayakam, upon Eliakim, or upon, metaphorically, Christ, YashaiYAH, shall be cut off. All of the burden of the universe for eternity. When hell and death is both cast into the everlasting lake of fire, in utter darkness, and purgatory, and Sheol, I affirm. For the Most High, Yahweh, had spoken it. Now you can go ahead and read more about that if you want to. You already read that in the other videos, probably in part 4 or 3. But alright, so we're going to continue on. So when the king of Assyria in verse 2, sent Rabshakeh, or Rabshakeh, which is also known as, what is the name of the word, Rabshakeh? Yeah, Rabshakeh, the officer of Assyria, officer of the navy, from Lachish, which is a Canaanite city, to Jerusalem, to the place in Israel. Unto King Hezekiah, Kazakaya, which means God has strengthened, with the great army. And he stood by the conduit of the upper pool, what they call Bethesda, in the highway of the Fuller's Field. The Fuller's Field is the name of a field. The Fuller's Field is actually a place over there in Bethesda. Also a place in the land of the Assyrians. Yeah, it's also a place in the land of the Assyrians. Well, actually, this is on the way to Jerusalem. They were already like near Jerusalem because the pool is near Jerusalem. It's like up north compared to where Jerusalem is at, but it's on the way near there. I actually have some other stuff with that. Hold on. I thought I was going to get through. Okay, it's still, okay, now that was Lachish, which is southwest of Jerusalem. Yeah, because Lachish is southwest of Jerusalem in Palestine. Alright, let's continue on. Then came forth unto him Eliakim, Alayakam, which represents YashaiYAH sometimes metaphorically. Hilkiah's son, which is also known as Kalakaya, which means strengthened by, pardon me, let me see. Which means my portion of Yah, or portion of Yah, inheritance of Yah, which was over the house, which was watching over the house. And Shebna, the scribe. So Shebna, let's see, that is the thing, if I could note about that person. Pardon me, though. So much meat. Love the sun and nature. I do not think I have taken notes of it. Super. Okay, I probably didn't take note of it because it pretty much speaks for itself. So then came forth unto him Eliakim, Helkiah's son, Kalakaya's son, Kalakaya's son, which was over the house, and Shebna the scribe. So Shebna and Eliakim were over the house. So Shebna, the scribe, the legislator, the writer of the people, and Joah, I probably did take about this in a minute. Joah means Yahweh is brother, he is brother. So it's I don't think the Hebrew translation of that one. But Joah pretty much means Yahweh is brother, and Asaph's son, the recorder. And the recorder is someone who pretty much, take note, their analysis and things like that. They go and check out places and things like that. They go and talk to people, write reports like a reporter. So they're a recorder. So then came forth unto him Eliakim, Kalakaya's son, which was over the house, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah, Asaph's son, the recorder. And verse 4, this is parable metaphor. And Rabshakeh said unto them, say ye now to YashaiYAH, thus saith the great king, the king of Assyria, which is Sennacherib. What confidence is this wherein thou trustest? So they question him why he got all this faith, why he believes he can go against him. I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for war. He trusts in his counsel in his human, and he trusts in his weapon. But we trust in the Most High power, our ultimate weapon. Now, on whom dost thou trust that thou rebellest against me? This is Sennacherib with his even talking to Ezekiel. And it's Rabshakeh, which is the officer of the navy that went to Sennacherib, that's delivering this message. So he's acting as a messenger at this time. Verse 6, chapter 36 is right there, Yashaiah. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt. Because remember, the people from the Cush is merely a Canaanite city. And Egypt is Canaanite, Hamites, in other words. They're Hamites. Whereon, if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So all those that trust in the king of Egypt, they put their faith and power and investment into a vain entity. But if thou say to me, we trust in the Most High, our Yah, is it not he whose high places and whose altars, YashaiYAH, which is Hezekiah, make sure. Yep, YashaiYAH. Okay. But if thou say to me, we trust in Yahweh, our Allahai, Yah, is it not he whose high places and whose altars YashaiYAH have taken away, and said to Yahweh and to Yahweh ye shall worship before this altar. Ain't he the one who gave us the altar and took it away? Isn't he the one who gave us breath and life and can take that too? Now therefore give pledges, which means give your due praises to the Most High. Hallelujah, I pray thee. To my master, the king of Assyria. So, Rabshakeh is telling Hezekiah to believe that Sennacherib is God. And pledge means to pay tax. To pay tribute, they call it. Tribute. Now therefore give pledges, I pray thee, to my master, the king of Assyria, Sennacherib. And I will give thee 2,000 horses, if thou be able on thy part to set riders upon them. He's trying to Bible me. Let's see where we at in term. Alright, verse 5, continue on in Moses. How then wilt thou turn away the face of one captain of the least of my master's servants? He's a captain. And then he's going to turn his face away. And put thy trust on Egypt for chariots and for horsemen. And am I now come up without the Most High, Yahweh, against this land to destroy it? The Most High, Yahweh, said unto me, go up against this land and destroy it. Verse 11, parable, metaphor. Then said Elayakam and Shebna and Joah, Joah, which is, Joah, or Yahweh, unto Rabshakeh. So now the messengers of Hezekiah and of Hezekiah, his messengers and his officers now, in his recorder as well, are now speaking with Rabshakeh. So now as Hezekiah and Sennacherib, they both have their messengers and officers speaking to each other to deliver the message to one another. So now he says right here, speak, I pray thee, unto thy servants in the Syrian language, because that's their language. Syria is their language. But this is, then said Eliakim and Shebna and Joah and unto Rabshakeh, speak, I pray thee, unto thy servants in the Syrian language, for we understand it. So they're not Syrian, but they understand it. So we were able to read and write in the Syrian language as well. Plus the messenger, Rabshakeh, which is Assyrian, you see, would feel more comfortable to speak in his language than to try to speak in a language that is foreign and strange to him. So these messengers were well educated. So speak to us in the Syrian language, where we understand it. Now, what they call Syrian language is called Aramaic. Aramaic is the Syrian language. They also call it Aramic. And in ancient Paleo-Hebrew, Lashawan Kodash Ibrahim of Yahweh is called Aramaic. Aramaic. And once again, when you look on the ancient map, it's called Aram. Aram means Syria, Syrian language. So Aramic, Aramic, Aramaic. So Lashawan Aramaic. So once we continue on, let's continue on verse 11. And speak not to us in the Jews' language, which is Lashawan Yahweh, the language of the Jewish people, the Jews, and the heirs of the people that are on the wall. So he said, do not talk to us in the name of the people on the wall, because the names of our people were written on the wall. Verse 12, parable, metaphor. But Rabshakeh said, hath my master sent me to thy master and to thee to speak these words? Like, did my master send you to deliver these words, or your master? Hath he not sent me to the men that sit upon the wall, that they may eat their own dung and drink their own piss with you? Wow. So they were going off on us. We'll see what we got on first. Then Rabshakeh stood and cried with a loud voice in the Hebrew language, and YashaiYAH died, and said, Hear ye the words of the great king, the king of Assyria, of the Arabians, the Aramaic, Aram. But this ain't Syria though. This is the federation of the Syrians and the Arabic people period. That's what Assyria is. The Arabic people together. They're not ISIS, they call her Assyrian. So Rabshakeh came to deliver a message, definitely. He took this very serious. So hear ye the words of the great king, the king of Assyria. Thus saith the king, let not Hezekiah, or Kazakaya deceive you, for he shall not be able to deliver you. So he lied to his messenger and told him that the king of the Hebrews, which is a righteous king, cannot deliver. Neither let Hezekiah, Kazakaya, make you trust in the Lord. Trust in Yahweh Elohayim, which I may be doing to a lot of Arabic people right now. Saying, the Lord will surely deliver us, because the Most High Yahweh will surely deliver us. That's why the Quran is the complete opposite of the Hebrew Bible. The Quran is pretty much the Assyrian Muslim Islamic Bible. You see, but our Bible is this Holy King James Bible from the Most High, translated by his people. You see? So that Assyrian Muslim said to deliver to the Assyrian Muslim king, sent this officer to tell the Hebrew king Hezekiah a message, and not to be deceived by him if he say, the Lord, Yahweh, will surely deliver us. Yahweh Shai. This city shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria, because it won't be delivered into the hands of the king of Assyria. They're about to fall. That's why this is in Isaiah, because this is the future prophecy of war that's undone. A star in the wind still. So in chapter 36 of Isaiah, YashaiYAH, son of Amos, in verse 16 he says, Hearken unto YAH, for thus saith the king of Assyria, make an agreement with me by a present, and come out to me, and eat ye every one of his vine, and every one of his fig tree, and drink ye every one the waters of his own cistern, which means everyone needs to stay within your own tribe, within your own nation, within your own family. You see? Not within your own family like as your family, like your mom, brother, sister, all that, but like those who are part of your same race or nationality, pretty much, your own people. So he says, come unto me and eat ye every one of his vine, and every one of his fig tree, and drink ye every one the waters of his own cistern, until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, a land of corn and wine, a land of bread and vineyard, trying to give us some false promises like they usually do, trying to give us false hope. Beware lest YAH persuade you. Okay, so this is what the king of Assyria told Rabshakeh. So he told him not to let him know, eat of your own people, stay with your own people, eat of your own tree, eat of your own vine. Don't let him fool you, don't let him take you away from paradise in Allah, in other words. They train them for us, you see. The whole Bible is completely contrary. No matter what inch of truth you tell them and show them, they will never believe. You see? That's how tight-knit Satan has them on lock over there in that Islamic church. So beware lest YAH persuade you, saying, Yahweh will deliver us. Hath any of the gods of the nations delivered his man out of the hand of the king of Assyria? The same, how did the Syrians enslave the Hebrews for so long? Where's their God? It's a lie, man. Keep believing in our idols and Baal and Isis and Leviathan and Shadamesis and Esther and Ashtor and Easter and holidays and working for the government. Keep believing in what we do. You see, that's pretty much what Satan is telling Rabashka. Rabashka. So verse 19, well, he's about to deliver us from them, especially because he's boasting like that. His pride shall be honed down, like an old dead tree. One swing of the battle axe and is down. They're the gods of Haman and Arphad. Let's see who Haman and Arphad is. Okay, so Haman is a place north of Damascus. So he says, where are the gods of Haman? The gods of Damascus. And so Haman is also known as, in ancient Paleo-Hebrew, Haman. Haman. Haman, Haman. A place north of Damascus. And Damascus is the capital of Syria. So it's a place north, and the capital of Damascus, which is the capital of Syria. And these people in Syria, in Damascus, is the same place they're trying to kill Assad. You see, that president that we call Assad in Syria. So this is where the Syrian army and Hezbollah and most of those other terrorist groups like Jihad, Al-Qaeda, the Syrian army, Fatah, all of them people, the Islamic people, they're all Arabians and Syrians. And a few other terrorists, let me see. So a few other terrorists that are from Syria, which is Damascus and everything. It's actually about the big too. ISIS, Jezebel, Lilith, Nimrod, whatever. It's not all truly Syrian Muslims. So ISIS, the group in ISIL, they're not truly all Syrian Muslims. A Syrian Muslim, some of them are actually coming from America, some of them are actually coming from Germany, some of them are actually coming from Great Britain, openly too. And Great Britain has been conquered by Islam already. America is the last place to be conquered. So they're not, ISIS is not technically Muslim, and the Muslims over there, like ISIS and those people who are killing people, are being funded by the Zionists, the fake Israelite groups, which are descendants of Esau, descendants of the Germans and mixed of Europeans. And you have America, the CIA, Obama funding them as well. They're using them as an opposition to the people. At any time, NATO and the United Nations and all these people and groups, even Russia and China, could have been taking care of ISIS. No one's doing a thing. Because all of the nations are conspiring together against the children of Israel and Christians and whoever believes in Christ. You see, whoever don't believe in Islam and Allah overall. If you don't believe in Allah, it's off with your head, you see. So, not all of them are truly Syrian Muslims though. Some of them are British, some of them are American, some of them are German, and they're acting under ISIS because ISIS is the great whore, riding the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, which are 7 kings or 7 council rulers. You see, at a round table for 7, ruling 10 continents or 10 nations or 10 big bodies of land, which will form the beast, which means almost indestructible animal, which only the Maker can destroy only. A form of Behemoth, the demon, and Leviathan, the sea serpent. You see, which represents ISIS and ISIL, ISIS and Baal, or the fake Mary with fake baby Jesus. You see, another version of Horus and Isis. You see, father and son and mother of the unholy battle. You see, that's what their triangle represents. ISIS, which is Jezebel, Baal, which is the devil, the beast, which, you know, Jezebel is provocatively riding with 7 heads and 10 horns, getting pleasure off of harming people together, like Jay-Z and Beyonce and Bonnie and Clyde. They're pretty much a representative of Bahamut and Leviathan, which only the Most High can destroy if you read Job. No one can destroy it but it's naked. We should research on it. So most of them are Arabic, but not all of them are. And they're all, the beast is technically the United Nations. The nations united. They already been doing princes of the UN and the United Nations, which are in right now. They got all these camps and concentration camps everywhere. Female up to the UN. They call themselves peacekeepers. The Most High tell us during the time when people scream peace and safety, sudden destruction fall upon them like a woman in labor pain. You see? Because it could have been false peace, you know, and it's all part of the UN. Matter of fact, the UN has one seat missing. Like, it's not missing, but it's empty. The seat is empty. They're waiting for a particular person to come in, a certain guy, this chosen one type of dude. And the number of the seat is 666. And, you know, and it's kind of weird if you think about it. How can 7 heads and 10 horns be together if the 7 kings, 7 presidents, and 10 nations? They got to form a new group. Or maybe they've been funding that group the whole time in the background and we didn't know it. The United Nations. You see? So now, once they fully give life to the used to be archived UN, it shall become a functioning, devouring beast on this earth. A whole bunch of laws will be implemented on people, a lot of wars breaking out, a lot of death, but the meek shall inherit the earth overall. Those who believe in YashaiYAH shall be saved, they shall be protected. May the Most High protect our heart and soul during this time because men is going to die. And they will launch off missiles, and once one launch one, the other's going to launch it, and all persons going to take care of themselves. Which means they're all going to blow up each other. They're going to destroy each other. To put it all in a nutshell, humans are about to destroy their very own self. But the Most High is going to save some from the ignorance of the little few, the little 2/3 that want to cause harm and live under lie and don't want justice and freedom for all. That don't want to accept that the government is providing for the people. That we hire them and we delegate certain duties to them. We appoint them certain tasks that are very important and crucial to the fundamentals of our society. That there's a justice system, that there's health care. You see, that the children will be taught truth in school. All of this has been corrupted and tainted by the great deceiver, the great corrupter, the great destroyer. But he's going to run into the Most High, and the Most High is going to devour him with fire. And this is why there's going to be nukes on earth and 2/3 are about to die. Out of how much? People? That's a lot. So, CIA controls ISIS. And ISIS is CIA and ISIS is an international game. It's an international secret service game. You see, like they got their special ops, they have special operations. They're on certain special tasks, special duty. Sometimes they're on assassination contracts and stuff. Very secretive and classified things. These type of things, if you are famous and big, will get you killed because they don't want people who have a big status to expose them. Because it would make the beast fall apart. The truth is the maker. So each CIA, the international group, Central International Agency, they call themselves intelligence agency, which means they collect information, whereas the NSA, the National Spying Agency, and they allow them to harm people. They allow them to harm people. They can wipe them out instantly. They know. They can just stop giving them weapons. They can just stop feeding them. They can be like, you know what, we're going to take you off our American payroll, and ISIS will easily fall. I mean, how much bullets can these guys keep getting? But they're funding them and funding them and funding them and well-equipping them, and then they send the soldiers over there and leave the tanks on purpose. If the commander gives you an order, you gotta take the command. No matter what you know is right, no matter what you know is right and believe is right, you must listen to the commander-in-chief, you see, of the army, the lieutenant and the sergeant. So they tell you, get out of there. Get out of there, cadet. You know, you gotta get out of there. So they tell them to get out of there, and they leave the tanks behind with weapons in them and all that. Just take off your clothes, run. They won't see you. And they lie. They set up the Americans. They're using the American troops. They're using them against us, and somehow they convince them to shoot on the people. Peaceful people. People that's not doing anything. Those people who have the right to speak out and talk out, they're killing you. You would think the police would be like, no, hold up, that's a little too far. I'm going to turn on my master and put him in jail. No. They're like, I don't want to lose my check. I don't want to lose the food under my table. How am I going to feed my family? They never take the time and chance to think about the families and other people they're hurting. What if I was you? What if I was holding the knife to your neck, cutting your throat off very slowly, just like you're doing to everyone else? Would you like that? Wouldn't you want me to have mercy upon you? Because these men did not have mercy upon us, and they abused us and used us and tossed us like a rag to and fro. The Most High is about to do it to them with no mercy. With fire, day and night, pain and agony, wailing and the gnashing of teeth, no 72 virgins. The 72 demons ripping them apart in the bottomless pit of Sheol, and the lake of fire, eternal burning in a metaphoric way. Because when you're talking about a spiritual hell and a spiritual prison, you can't compare it to a physical burning. Actually, you would wish to be burned for 1,000 years in flesh than to burn in hell for eternity, which is for your soul. Or you think there's not a place for that for reckless spirits, huh? We'll see. So continuing on. So the king of Assyria, Sennacherib, told Rabashta to not trust in Hezekiah. So us and the Islamic people will never get along. So he says right here so where were the gods of Hamat and Arphad? So as we know, Hamat is Kamat, a place north of Damascus. Where are the gods of Arphad? Hamat and Arphad go hand in hand. And Arphad is called Arapad in ancient Paleo-Hebrew. Arapad is a city in Aram. And Aram is in Syria. So it's in northern Syria. So remember that Damascus is the capital of Syria. And let me see. And Arapad is a city in Syria, northern Syria, Aram. So these are places in Syria. So where are the gods of Syria, of Aram? And by the way, Arapad is 5 miles north. Actually 15 miles north of Aleppo. So Arpad is 15 miles north of Aleppo. And the word Rafad in Arapad, it means, or it can mean, to spread out, to refresh, or to make. And they're all known as pretty much Hamat. And they're all Iranians, Iranians. So we said, where are the gods of the Iranians, of the Syrians? Where are the gods of the Sepharvaim? The Sepharvaim or Sepharim in ancient Paleo-Hebrew is called Saparawayam. 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 Yis-RoyAl. Sataparayam. And it means dual. And the reason why that name Vayim means dual is because it is in between two parts, in between two cities, Baghdad and Babylon. So the gods of Vayim or Saparawayam is in between Baghdad and Babylon. These are all idol gods they're talking about. Not the God of gods, but some form of material manifestation of the art and craftiness and cunningness of man's finger and mind and imagination. We think we created something. We haven't seen nothing yet. Watch what's up the Most High. We shall be revealed in such a rude way to some. So it's Seraphim or Saparawayam is a city conquered by the king of Assyria. So the king Sennacherib had conquered those places. He had conquered those places in Syria and things like that. And have they delivered Samaria out of my hand? Samaria is the capital, or it's a city in Lebanon. You see, in Lebanon is also Canaanite. Let me make sure. In Lebanon is also Canaanite, like Gebal is Lebanon. Tyre, which is the port, is Lebanon, which ISIS been actually attacking right now in between Turkey and in between Syria, which are the Kurdish or the so-called Syrian Turkish, you know, because they mixed in and mated with each other a lot. So it's like Syrian Turkish Kurdish rebels or Kurdish fighters. They're fighting against the ISIS terrorist group, you see, but all of them are going to get wiped out. But the ships of Tarshish shall come to actually save some of them, which is Russia. The Tarshish is the son of Javan, which is the son of Japhet, which means they're going to be coming from the territories of north. They're Russia and China type like that. But I know it ain't going to be China. Well, it could be China because China is working with Russia, but it's with Russia. Russia is the king from the north attack the king from the south. So it's going to be a fight between Russia and Turkey, and some things going on in Syria with Russia. They've been actually helping out the Syrian people over there and giving them weapons. They've also been giving the Kurdish people fighting against ISIS weapons. And Russia hate America, and America been setting up Syria where Assad is. You see, in America, in the CIA, which is the Central International Agency, you see, that have put their base in America because they're working for the Federal Reserve Bank, because he who makes the money controls the law and makes the law, you see, which is the Federal Reserve Bank of England, the Romans again, the Vatican, and the Queen. You wonder why they got so much gold and silver. But, pardon me, let me do it. Alright, so in between Turkey, which is the Hittite land, and Syria, which is Aram, is the Kurdish. And there's a lot of war there right now at this time between ISIS, which possibly comes from Iran, Iraq, which is Babylon, and Mesopotamia, and things like that. Some of them, like Hamas, is funded by the Zionists. They're funded by the Zionists to actually, they were paid to kill each other. That's why most of these Muslim groups are killing each other, because they're all fighting for power and they're fighting for the title and stuff. Most of the members in the United Nations are Islamic. By number and by religion, they're all Islamic, because Islamic is the biggest religion on this earth. You see, and Mary is the whore, the Statue of Liberty is the whore, the great city can mean the Vatican, which shall be ruined, and which we call it New York City, which is where the first Zionist bank was built in America, in the United States of America, or the states that used to be united for her. So, this is all going to occur around there. The ships of Tarshish were entering through Cyprus. They're set base there because it'll be easy to import and export, so we don't have to cross all the way from Russia and deal with Turkey all the time. So they'll be able to set back. And the Russians actually been treating the people of Cyprus really good. They just pretty much saved them from a little recession. They were having financial difficulty. You see what I'm saying? So to get on their good side and to make a deal with them and do it peacefully, Russia, Govan Magog, made a deal with Cyprus. And China backs up Russia. China no longer deal with the American dollar no more in the currency. Their multitude is beyond ours. Russia and China, two gigantic nations. You see, gigantic, people. And the Most High did say that He would take down nations, or we would take down nations bigger than us, mightier than us, like we've always done. These same people we're facing today is the same people we faced back then. So the ships of Tarshish will pass into Cyprus, which is also known as Kittim, and it will enter the ports of Tyre and Lebanon. And Lebanon, Tyre will get into all these fights, these wars over territory and power, and the Russians will be heading down to Israel. You see, to Israel, the land, to fight against Israel as well. So when this begins to happen, this will be the beginning of great tribulation, because now America is going to jump into it, because America is confederated with the Zionists. They confederated with those fake Hebrews. So if they hit the Hebrews, America got to jump in it. And England also, I believe, the Greeks and Platonian, the Constantinople, the Romans and things like that, which you can call the UK, you see what I'm saying, the United Kingdoms of Europe, they're all going to join America into launching attacks on Russia, but not to protect America, but to put America into harm's way, so they can launch off the missiles, part of their deal, so they can blow up America, and then all the United Kingdom, Russia, Islam, all these people which are working together will come into America under national emergency FEMA, and the UN will come in as the so-called peacekeepers, because they are FEMA, and they won't be peacekeeping. They'll be doing what they call prolonged detention, which is being locked up indefinitely without trial, without seeing a judge, being sent to Guantanamo Bay and offshore prisons, foreign prisons like in Peru and other places, concentration camps in like Texas and many places across Earth. They have already prepared thousands and thousands of caskets, all types of sizes. You see, from the very tall people to small people, and they can fit like 5 to 10 bodies in one casket, and bury them. They have already brought out cemeteries and things like that, and America, Russia, all these people conspire with each other. It makes no sense how Russia don't like America, but yet Russia is doing tactic training in America. You see what I'm saying? With the Americans on the land, on our land. They got boots on the ground. You see what I'm saying? They got boots on our ground. Right now, Russian foreigners in our country. Right now. You see, but how the heck do the Russians have problems with America? It's not a problem with America. There's a deal between Satan and all the nations on the earth, and they got to be a sacrifice. So Islamic people making sacrifice by killing their people, Catholics paying in their sacrifice by killing all their people, the Hindus are doing the same, the Buddhists are doing the same, the Dalai Lama ain't any different from another deceiver under a sheep's clothing, and America also been sold out, especially knowing that we have a Muslim president, which is Iranian. So if you read in Psalms chapter 83, I'm not going to read much of it, but it gets into it. It discusses that they all confederate for this new world order. That's why it's the nations uniting, and if you look at the members in the United Nations, there's a bunch of people there, a bunch of nations. So he says in chapter 83 of Psalms, so they said right here, verse 83, chapter 1, chapter 83, verse 1 of Psalms. Keep not thou silence, O Elohim, Yah. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yah. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, which means they make a tumult. They think that they're going to destroy God's people and conquer us. They make a whole bunch of noise coming into the land. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head, and them that hate him, the Most High, have lifted up their head proudly. They have taken crafty counsel, because the way they have done it was probably professionally planned. They use reverse psychology and psychology on you. You see both ways, toss to and fro, backwards and forwards, subliminal. Sometimes upside down, sometimes blatantly right side up. You see? and they embed it in their language. It's embedded in the law, the Black's Law Dictionary. It's in their statutes. You see it everywhere that America has been conquered by England again. Matter of fact, that eagle is an emblem of England. That eagle, that's on the dollar bill, the back of the dollar bill, and the pyramid of Babylon on the back of the dollar bill as well. The Phoenician era. So all these people, they have conspired together. So they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. So they're working together to work against us, to plan out and possibly plot out how they can trick us, deceive us, ravish us, destroy us, and have us sent to hell. They want our souls. So they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of YashaiYAH may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom. And as you know, Edom is, pardon me, Edom, Arabs are living there right now. Edom, Arabs, and the Ishmaelites. The Ishmaelites are children of Abraham. They're Islamic. Of Moab. Moab is near Jordan, the land of Jordan. Near, Moab near Jordan, Edom near the Euphrates River. And the Hagareans. Hagar was the mother of Ishmael. So Hagareans are the mother of Ishmaelites. So Hagareans are Egyptian, Phoenician, Canaanites. All these people so far, Canaanites, they're around that general area. They spoke ancient Phoenician and hieroglyph out of it. So Gebal. Gebal is a city in Lebanon, or a group in Lebanon. And Ammon. Ammon is parts of Jordan. This is all still around the Canaan, Middle East area. And Amalek. Amalek is around Jordan as well. Although Amalek is the fake Ashkenaz Jew. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. So the Philistines, all of the Canaanites, and of Tyre, the port of Lebanon where the ships of Tarshish will be coming in. Ashur also is joined with them, which is Assyria, the Arameans. So the Arameans and the Canaanites and the Japhites are all against us. And so it continues on. Oh yeah. So they have opened the children of Lot. And these are all children of Lot. You see? So I don't know how Esau is from Edom. When Edom, the Edomites are Arab. Esau is a son of Isaac. Isaac the son of Abraham. Isaac the father of Jacob. Jacob, which is the father of YashaiYAH, Israel. So Esau, I'm not sure if like back then in the ancient days when they were dwelling in that land, something happened between them and the Arabians when the Most High cursed them and made them go into exile in the mountains, in the Caucasus mountains and things like that. But most of those Edomites, you see, which we think is the Romans and the Europeans, are actually Arabian. They come from that Arabian general area. So maybe the Arabians invaded Edom and all those lands, just like Israel, Yeshua, have been conquered by the fake Jews, which are the Amalekites. But now the Amalekites are not in the land of Amalek now. The land of Amalek is Jordan, around Jordan. Now, in Amalek, the Amalekites are descendants of Esau. You see? But now where Amalek is at is necessarily Arabian. You see? So now when we continue on, he says the Philistines as well. So now we go back to chapter 36 of Isaiah. So he says right here in verse 19, where are the gods of Hamad and Arphad? Where are the gods of Sepharvaim? And have they delivered Samaria out of my hand? Who are they among all the gods of Sepharvaim? So he says, where are the gods of Sepharvaim? And where are the gods of Sepharvaim? And have they delivered Samaria, which is in Lebanon, out of my hand? Who are they among all the gods of these lands that have delivered their land out of my land. Except the Most High that's going to be doing it. Glory, hallelujah, all praises to Yahweh al-Hayam. So he says right here, who are they among all the gods of these lands that have delivered their land out of my hand? Sennacherib said, that the Most High Yahweh should deliver Jerusalem out of my hand. So these Assyrians all puffed up. But they held their peace and answered him not a word. So they rebuked him. For the king's commandment was, saying, answer him not. Verse 22, chapter 36 of Isaiah, Yashaiah. Then came Eliakim. Also remember when Christ was done, he said, Eli, Eli. And I don't remember what else he said, but Eli was another way he called God. So then came Eliakim, Alakoam, the son of Hilkiah, Kalakaya, that was over the household, in Shebna the scribe, and Joah, and the son of Asa, the reporter, to Hezekiah, with their clothes rent. They came back with their clothes rent, and told him the words of Rabshakeh, which was the officer of the Assyrian king, Sennacherib. Chapter 37 of Isaiah, Yashaiah. And it came to pass, when King Hezekiah heard it, that he rent his clothes and covered himself with sackcloth, and went into the house of Yahweh, Bayatal, pardon me. And he sent Eliakim, who was over the household, and Shebna, the scribe, the elders of the priests covered with sackcloth, pardon me, unto Isaiah, Yashaiah, the prophet, the son of Amoz. And they said unto him, or Amoz, which again is Amawat. And they said unto him, thus saith Hezekiah, this day is a day of trouble, and of rebuke, and of blasphemy, because they blaspheme. That's why this page and chapter is called The Blind Shall See, and the Trouble and Rebuke. For the children, so blasphemy, these are the people of blasphemy. Islam, they're the people of blasphemy. Names written upon their head, those bandanas with Allah on their head, with the serpent, with the 666, blasphemy, which is a mark, and it comes with tattoo. For the children are come to the birth, and there is not strength to bring forth. And may be Yahweh thy God, Allah, will hear the words of Rabshakeh. So we hope that the Father of vengeance, render a recompense upon them. You see, that he see what they're doing and judge them. Most likely you know he is. Pardon me. Whom the king of Assyria, his master, had sent to reproach, to offend the living God, Al-Hayam, to reproach, to trespass, to transgress the law of the Most High, living. And will reprove, will correct the words which Yahweh thy God hath heard. Wherefore lift up thy prayer for the remnant that is left. So lift up a prayer for the people that's left, so that Assyria, so that we may be granted mercy and salvation, and that he judge our enemy. May he judge our enemy. May he give us the strength to do what is reasonable to do. So the servants of the king Hezekiah came to Isaiah, and Isaiah, Yashaiah, said unto them, thus shall ye say unto your master, thus saith Yahweh, be not afraid of the words that thou hast heard, wherewith the servants of the king of Assyria, the Aramic people, have blasphemed in the name of what they call Allah, which is really Baal, Nimrod. Behold, I will send a blast upon him, and he shall hear a rumor, and return to his own land. And I will cause him to fall by the sword, by the weapon, by the word, Hadabar al-Hayam, or the law, in his own land. And this is why the Muslims are dying now, because they're they're falling pretty much on top of the sword. Running to the tiger, running to the bear, to the man, just running to the freaking, alligator. So that's why the Arabian people, Islamic people in Egypt and Ethiopia, all that stuff over there, the people confederating against us, that always have, are being ruined and deceived and being completely discomfited. In the mighty name of Yeshua, the sword. So I will cause him to fall by the sword in his own land. So he'll die by weapon.
So, chapter 36 of Isaiah, YashaiYAH, verse 8, parable, metaphor. So Rabshakeh, the officer sent by Sennacherib, returned and found the king of Assyria warring against Libnah. So let's see who's Libnah. Libnah, Labana, Labana, a city in southwest Judah. So it's a city or region or territory in the southwest of Judea. It is a region of Assyria. Southwest Judah, region of Assyria. It's also a place in the wilderness. And wilderness is also known as desert place, desert land. So a place in the desert. And one in Palestine. So there's one in Palestine as well. Palestinia. So he went warring with a city southwest of Judah, a region of Syria. There's also one that is a wilderness, a place in the desert, and one in Palestine. So the king of Assyria warring against Libnah, Labana, for he had heard that he was departed from Lachish. Once again, Lachish, hold on one sec. So Lachish is the Canaanite city in southwest of Jerusalem, Yis-RoyAl, in Palestine. So, for in the name of Yeshua, hallelujah, for he had heard that he was departed from Lachish, from the Canaanite place. And he heard saying concerning Tirhakah. So let's see who's Tirhakah. Tirhakah. Tarahaka. He is a king of Egypt during the Ethiopian dynasty. Also a king of Cush, aka Ethiopia. So, just like they say right here concerning Tirhakah, which is Tarahaka, which is king of Ethiopia, king of Cush. Now, if we go here to the second book of Kings, chapter 19, verse 9, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. This will back it up. Evidence. So, alright. So 2 Kings 19:9. Same situations back then too. So alright, 19:9. So it says pretty much it's saying the same thing. So when he heard say of Tirhakah, king of Ethiopia, behold, he has come out to fight against thee. He sent messengers unto Hezekiah, saying, and you can keep reading there if you like, but this connects with what we're reading right now in Isaiah. Yes, sure. So now if we continue on here, hold on one second. So once again, so verse 8, so Rabshakeh returned and found the king of Assyria warring against Libnah, for he had heard that he was departed from Lachish. And he heard saying concerning Tirhakah, king of Ethiopia, he has come forth to make war with thee. And when he heard it, he sent messengers to Hezekiah, which is, pardon me, which is Okay, which is YashaiYAH. YashaiYAH. So he sent messengers to YashaiYAH or YashaiYAH, saying, "Thus shall ye speak to YashaiYAH, king of Yahwadah, Yehudi, saying, Let not thy God, Yah, in whom thou trustest, deceive thee, saying, Jerusalem shall not be given into the hand of the king of Assyria. Behold, thou hast heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all lands by destroying them utterly. And shalt thou be delivered? How the gods of the nations delivered them which my fathers have destroyed." So even his forefathers are onto that same junk, these Arabians. As Gozan. Let's see who's Gozan. Gozan real quick. Gozan is a city or a district or in an area in Mesopotamia, which is like Central Asia or Asia Minor. Unless these are just straight up Arabs. So it's a city district in area in Mesopotamia near Iraq and Babylon. Because Iraq is Babylon. Medes and the Persians. So on or near the middle course of the Euphrates. So it's on or near the middle course of the Euphrates River. To there goes on. Some of the exiled Israelites were brought by Sargon in 722 BC to 21 BC. And it's also a province of Assyria. So Gozan is a province of Assyria. It's known as a place of cutting stones, quarry. So Gozan, which is called Gawatazan, is probably from the root word Guz, which is Gawat in ancient Paleo Hebrew. Gawatazan. So Gawat mean brought, to pass over or away, to be brought away or to be passed over. Brought or gone, cut off, to shear off, in a figurative sense, to shear off, to take away from their original estate, passing rapidly. So this connects with the second book of Kings, chapter 19, verse 12, where it talks about the destruction of Sennacherib, and which is prophesied, and YashaiYAH's prayer. That's the same thing we're going to be reading also here. Matter of fact, and we had already read some of the prayer in chapter 37. So let's continue on. So let's see. So some of the Hebrew Israelites that were exiled, that were brought into Gozan, which is the area of Mesopotamia, you see, a province of Assyria by Sargon. Gawatazan, Gawat also mean, let me see. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that means to be brought away, to be brought passed over. And this is on or near the middle course of the Euphrates. So let's continue on. All praise to the Most High. Hold on. Actually, we're about to read the prayer right now. Chapter 37. Pardon me. So they destroyed Gozan, which was a district in Mesopotamia where the Hebrews were enslaved, and Haran. Alright, let's make sure we know who Haran is again. Okay, Haran is a Assyrian. In ancient Paleo Hebrew, we call him Quran, with a CH, Karan. And it's the location of a city and northern Mesopotamia. So this is in northern Mesopotamia. Gozan is around the Mesopotamian area as well. And it comes from the root word, Quran comes from the root word karar, and it means burned, to be hot or scorched, to burn, parched. It's a and it's also okay. It also mean place of kindle, place of kindle, to be angry, to melt, to blow fiercely, passion, glow, being carved. Wait, pardon me. Yeah, I believe that is being carved. Okay, or card or charred. This is where Haran, father of Abraham, so this is where Haran, the father of Abraham, died. In this place right here in Haran. This is where the father of Abraham had died. And matter of fact, Haran is also known as one of the Assyrians' trading routes. So if you look at the general calendar now, the general map right now, you'll be able to see where Haran is today in modern times, and if they're still up to what they used to do back then in the ancient times, because a lot of the people are. So Haran is where the father of Abraham died. So Haran is also a place of, it's known as a crossroad, a place of trade. And the name means burn, to be hot or scorched, to burn, parched, kindle, blow fiercely, to glow, been charred or carved, as in judgment, or to be angry, melt, passion, and as in judgment, like to be judged, to be punished. So that place Haran was wiped out by the Syrian king as well. It became dominated by him. That's probably why that general area is Assyrian, because they had confederated against people from their area too. You see, and after they confederated against them, they confederated with them, and now they're together against us. So here in Haran, it was an ancient seat of moon god worship, like how you see the moon symbol on the Islamic flags and the Arabian flags and all the Muslims flags, which are all Assyrian, because all of them believe in the moon god Jezebel, which is the whore. So this is sin. Isis, Jezebel, she had seduced them people. So goes on in Haran. In Rezeph, let's see who's Rezeph. Okay, Retzeph or Retzeph. In ancient Paleo Hebrew, its name is Ratazap. Ratazap. Ratazap is a place destroyed by Assyria, completely destroyed. And it connects with the second book of Kings, chapter 19, verse 12 through 13. So Retzeph or Ratazapayam, the word Retzeph, which come from Ratazap, the way what Retzeph mean, because it's the main root word where Ratazap come from, where Retzeph. It's spelled Ratazapayam. Ratazapayam. And it means coil for baking. It's also known as Reshef. Or, pardon me, or I can't really read that well, right? Oh yeah, Rashai or Rashai. Reshet and Rashai. and it means coil for baking. Let me see. Okay, a red hot stone, flame, flashes, bolts of lightning, plague, sparks of fire. Let me see. Okay, sparks kindled. It also mean hold on, let me see. Sparks. Okay, so sparks, lightning, plague, well, bolts of lightning, plague, flashes, flame, red hot stone, coil. So that's what Ret Zeph mean. Rataza Payam. But the word we're talking about, the location that we're talking about is Ret Zeph, and that's the actual place, and it's not just a figure of speech. So Ratazap, which is this place, has been destroyed by Assyria. And the word saraf or sharap means to also burn. So that means to burn. It means kindled. It means to be like an undertaker, completely burned, burning, and burns. That's what saraf mean, which in ancient Paleo Hebrew is sharap. And this is where the tezef, the rets, that come from, pretty much. Fire, a burning place. So in Redzef, which is Ratazap, and the children of Edan, which were in Telasar. So Telasar, which is Talashar, is a city in Mesopotamia, a city or a region or a district in Mesopotamia, around that area. So all these places that were being conquered by the Syrian king Sennacherib, it generalized around Mesopotamia, Babylon, Baghdad, Iraq, Iran, and things like that. So that was Babylon, the region of Assyria. And once again, that name is Talashar. So let's see what he says again here. Have the verse 12, chapter 37 of Isaiah, YashaiYAH. Have the gods of the nations delivered them which my forefathers have destroyed, as Gozan, and Haran, and Rezeph, and the children of Edan, which were in Telasar. Where is the king of Hamath? And as we know, Hamath is, hold on one second. Hamath is a place north of Damascus. So where is the king of the north of Damascus? Hamath. Kamath. And the king of Arphad, which is a city in Aram, northern Syria. Aram is Syria. Arapad. So in the king of Arapad, in the king of the city of Sepharim or Separawayam, which is Sepharvaim, which is in between Baghdad and Babylon. So where is the king of the city in between Baghdad and Babylon, which was conquered by the king of Assyria, which were Aramean people as well? Saparawayam. How about Henna? So let's wait. Henna and Ivar. So let's see who's Henna and Ivar real quick. So Henna is a city in Aram. So Henna is a city in pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much in Syria. Aram, just like Arapad and Hamath. Hamath and Arapad are always together. Sepharvaim That's in between Baghdad and Babylon. So Henna is in Mesopotamia. So it's either in Mesopotamia or it's in Syria. And it's known as Hanai. So in Iva, which is Iwa in ancient Paleo Hebrew, is also a city conquered by the Assyrian. So this king was gaining a reputation of destroying and completely annihilating certain cities and provinces. So verse 14, parable, metaphor. And hold on. And YashaiYAH, Hezekiah, which means Yah Alayam has strengthened, received the letter from the hand of the messengers. So he received the message and read it. And YashaiYAH went up unto the house of Yahweh and spread it before Yahweh, the Most High. And YashaiYAH prayed unto Yahweh, saying, this is the prayer. O Yahweh Tazabawat, the Most High of hosts of the army, God of Israel, Yah of YashaiYAH, that dwellest between the cherubims. Thou art a God, Alayam, creator, even thou alone. Thou art the God, the creator, even thou alone, Yahweh, of all the kingdoms of the earth, which you have molded with your hand. Thou hast made heaven and earth. Incline thine ear, O Yahweh, Ahaya, Alayam, and hear. Open thine eyes, O Yahweh, and see. Look upon my affliction. And hear all the words of Sennacherib, which had sent to reproach the living Alayam. Of a truth, Yahweh, the kings of Assyria, the Arameans, have laid waste all the nations in their countries, and have cast their gods, their idols, into the fire of divination, of witchcraft and sorcery. For there were no gods, they're not gods, but the work of men's hands, cunning work, craftiness of man, witchcraft. Wood and stone, like the crosses that people worship of Jesus, and the Kabbalah stone of Mecca, Islam, the Arabian. Therefore they have destroyed them. Their idols destroyed them. That's why no one in a religion today are happy. None of them are. Now therefore, O Yahweh our Yah, save us from his hand, that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that thou art Yahweh, the sovereign creator, even thou only him, one. Verse 21, parable, metaphor. Then YashaiYAH, the son of Amoz, Amawat, sent unto YashaiYAH, Hezekiah, saying, thus saith Yahweh, Alahayam, YashaiYAH, thus saith the Most High, God, Yah of YashaiYAH, whereas thou hast prayed to me against Sennacherib, king of Assyria. Let me remember how to say Assyria in that link in ancient Paleo Hebrew again. Hold on, Assyria. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Man, you know what's crazy too? That Sennacherib is actually possibly one of the sons of Sargon, if it's not Lachish. Yeah, it might be Sennacherib, but I'm not sure though. But alright, let's see if we can find Assyria in ancient Paleo Hebrew here. If I don't have it, it's all good. We'll keep it moving. Yeah, I didn't get to write this one down. Yeah, I didn't get to write the name of Assyria in Hebrew, so we'll just skip that for right now. But alright. Continuing on. All praise to the Most High. So we're over here in verse 17. So, well, actually, pardon me. Hold on, let me see. Wood and stone. Alright, we're in verse 20 of chapter 37 of Isaiah. YashaiYAH. Now therefore, O Yahweh, our Yah, save us, YashaiYAH, from his hand, that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that thou art the Most High, even thou only. So verse 21. Then thus saith the Most High, Yahweh Alahayam of YashaiYAH. So then Isaiah, YashaiYAH, the prophet, the son of Amos, sent unto Hezekiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, God of Israel, Yah of YashaiYAH, or Alahayam YashaiYAH, whereas thou hast prayed to me against Sennacherib, king of Assyria, this is the word which the Most High, Yahweh, had spoken concerning him, the virgin, the daughter of Zion, Tazayawan, hath despised thee and laughed thee to scorn. So let's check out, I believe I wrote this down. Tazayawan. No, I got this here somewhere. Tazayawan. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Zion is Tazayawan. So this is the word Hadabar, which Yahweh had spoken concerning him. The virgin, the daughter of Tazayawan, had despised thee and laughed thee to scorn. The daughter of Yarawashalam had shaken her head at thee. That hast thou reproached, offended, and blasphemed? And against whom hast thou exalted thy voice? So the Most High talking to the king of Sennacherib. So, and against whom hast thou exalted thy voice and lifted up thine eyes on high? Even against the Holy One of Yis-RoyAl. By thy servants hast thou reproached, offended the Lord, the King, and hast said, by the multitude of my chariots am I come up to the height of the mountains, to the height of the nations, to the sides of Lebanon, and I will cut down the tall cedars thereof, and the choice fair trees. Therefore, pardon me. So I will cut down the tall cedars thereof, the cedars in Lebanon. So this place might be in Lebanon, you see? Because Lebanon, hold on. Labanawan. That's how you say Lebanon in ancient Paleo Hebrew. Labanawan. And Samaria is its so-called capital. So Lebanon is not only just a white mountain, because from its snow it looked like a white mountain. It's also a wooded mountain range. So it's also a wooded mountain range, like a wilderness. And it's full of cedars and trees, full of trees. That's why they call it the cedars of Lebanon. That the people won't buy their merchandise and things like that anymore. So it's in Palestine, of the northern border of YashaiYAH. So it's on the northern border of YashaiYAH. This is where Mount Carmel is at as well, which we'll learn about in a minute. So Labana 1. And let me see. And they speak Arabic. They're like a mix of Arabic, Phoenicians, Egyptians, and Canaanites. Arabics, Phoenicians, Egyptians, Canaanites. Phoenician, Egyptian, Canaanite, pretty much the same thing, but with Arabic. So Arabics and Egyptians, they're all Hamite. Alright, let me see. I think there was something else I wanted to show y'all real quick. Hold on one sec. Alright, so this is what the Most High saying. And I will come up to the height of the mountains, to the sides of Lebanon, and I will cut down the tall cedars thereof in Lebanon, the tall trees, and the choice fir trees thereof. And I will enter into the height of his border, and the forest of his Carmel. So Carmel, Caramal is a mountain or a hill on the Mediterranean. So Lebanon is almost near the coast of the Mediterranean. And this is where the ships of Tarshish are going to be coming in through Tyre, which is the port where the ships come in to import and export in Lebanon. So the forest of his Carmel is the mountain or the hills next to near the Mediterranean Sea. It's also a city near Hebron, a city, and its name means fruitful, plentiful field, a town in Palestine. So all these people are Palestinian. So Lebanon is right next to Mount Carmel. Lebanon is where it's full of trees and cedars. It's a wooded mountain range. It's white. It looks like a white mountain from its snow. And Carmel and Lebanon are near the Mediterranean. Carmel is more near Hebron. So Karamal Walabanawan. Verse 25, chapter 37 of Isaiah. I have digged and drunk water, and with the sole of my feet have I dried up all the rivers of the besieged places, the places that have been besieged by conquerors and foreign emperors. Hast thou not heard long ago how I have done it? Like the times of Moses, this is the Most High speaking still to Sennacherib. And of ancient times that I have formed it? Now, have I brought it to pass that thou shouldest be to lay waste the fenced cities into ruinous heaps? So, now, have I brought it to pass that thou should be to lay waste the fenced cities into ruinous heaps? Ain't it the Most High that gave you the power to conquer those cities? Therefore, the inhabitants were of small power. They were dismayed and confounded. They were as the grass of the field, and as the green herb, as the grass of the housetops, and as corn blasted before it be grown up, like martyrs, suicide beers. But I know thy abode, and thy going out, and thy coming in, and thy rage against me. So the Most High know his rage against him. The Most High know his abode. The Most High know his goings out. And the Most High knows his coming in. The Most High know that he rages against him. Because thy rage against me, they rage against Christ. And thy tumult, all of the multitude of ISIS, all these people thinking they're getting away with something, it's come up into my ears. He heard our petitions. Therefore will I put my hook in thy nose, because Leviathan is the serpent, and you put your hook in its nose like you put the hook in the fish's jaw. So therefore will I put my hook in thy nose, and my bridle in thy lips, so you can shut your mouth and stop lying and blaspheming. And I will turn thee back from the way by which thou camest. He's going to turn them around and make them run back to their place. And this shall be a sign unto thee. This shall be a sign, because you heard it and you see it happen. Ye shall eat this year such as groweth of itself, like plants. In the second year that which springeth of the same. So in the second year that which springeth of the same, of itself. And in the third year sow ye, which mean plant seeds in the garden, and reap, gathering the harvest. And plant vineyards for wine, and eat the fruit thereof, which is the tree of life, the tree of truth. And the remnant that is escaped of the house of YashaiYAH, the remnant that is escaped of the house of YashaiYAH, Bayat YashaiYAH, the house of his praise, shall again take root downward and bear fruit upward. For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, and they that escaped of Mount Zion, Tazayawan, the zeal of Yahweh, the Most High, of hosts of the army, Tazabah, shall do this. Who's going to do this? The zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this. Yahweh Tazabawat. Therefore thus saith Yahweh concerning the king of Assyria, Sennacherib. There's a prophecy written against him and the Assyrians. He shall not come into this city, nor shoot an arrow, in other words, nor shoot a missile there, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before it with shields, nor cast a bank against it, because they shall be destroyed and become a ruinous heap, burned. By the way that he came, by the same shall he return. From whence ye come, to there ye go. From ashes to ashes, from dust to dust, may all things return back to its original course. And it shall not come into this city, saith Yahweh. It shall not come into Jerusalem, the foundation of peace. Saith the Lord, saith Yahweh. For I will defend this city, he shall defend us, he shall avenge us, he shall save. YashaiYAH. For I will defend this city to save it for my own sake, for the Most High's sake may he save us. And for my servant Dawad's sake, King of Judah. Then the angel, the messenger of the Most High, Yahweh, went forth and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. So the messenger of the Most High, to deliver the punishment physically, went forth and smote, which means hurt, harm, killed, brutalized the Assyrians the Assyrians while they're in their camp, and he killed 185,000. So 185,000 was killed, because one score is 20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 185,000 killed. And when they arose early in the morning, like they normally do to pray, behold, they were all dead corpse. All the Assyrians were dead. And this was a sign in history that our God is God of gods, King of kings. May this give you strength and power and patience. Trust on the Most High. He shall deliver ye. Verse 37, parable, metaphor. So Sennacherib, which also mean moon god worship, king of Assyria, of the regions of Assyria, departed, and went and returned and dwelt at Nineveh. So he returned and went back to where he come from, which is Nineveh. So Nineveh, let's see. So Nineveh is the capital of Assyria. And the word Nineveh is a descendant word of Nisroch. Pardon me. Okay, pardon me. So Nineveh is the capital of Assyria. Nisroch is a Babylonian idol. So verse 37. So Sennacherib, king of Assyria, returned to Nineveh, the capital of Syria. And it came to pass, as he was worshipping in the house of Nisroch, his idol, his god. Nisroch is Nasarach. It's an Assyrian demigod, an Assyrian deity, an idol, a master, their master, Baal, which is a Babylonian idol. The name is foreign. Nisroch, Nasarach. So he went, and it came to pass as he was worshiping, bowing down like Muslims do, in the house of Nisroch, his god, which is a demigod, probably a sun or moon deity or wood, stone, rock or something. That Adramelech, Adramelech. So Adramelech, Adramelech in ancient Paleo Hebrew is pronounced as Adaramalak. 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 Adar means majestic or wide or great. Malak means king, so majestic king, majestic God. It means great or great king, glorious king, because Adar means glorious, high king, or noble king, or honorable king. This is what Adar means, magnificent. So it means majestic, wide, great, glorious, high, noble, honorable, magnificent. So if you put it together, Adar, Malak, majestic king. So Adar is prince. Adar is a prince. An Assyrian idol as well. So Adaramalak is an Assyrian idol. Also, he is the son of Sennacherib, which is the king of Assyria. Pardon me. Sennacherib is the king of Assyria. So Adar is his son. Adaramalak, which means majestic king, his idol. So when it came to pass as he was worshipping in the house of Nisroch, his god, that Adaramalak, and so this is his son, and Sharezer, his sons, smote him with the sword. And they escaped into the land of Armenia. So they killed their dad, I believe. So once again, and it came to pass as he was worshipping in the house of Nisroch, his god, that Adaramalak and Sharezer. Let me see if I have anything about Sharezer on here. By the way, Adaramalak also means splendor of the king. Splendor of the king, or glorious of the king, or majestic king, or king splendor. So Armenia is Ararat. This is where the boat of Noah landed when the ground and the land became dry and all this stuff. They landed in the regions of Ararat. So in ancient Paleo Hebrew, Ararat, Armenia, is Ararath. Ararath. A district in East Armenia. Its name is foreign, has foreign origin. So after they killed, so Adaramalak and Sharezer his sons smote him with the sword, so they killed him. And they escaped into the land of Armenia, which is Ararat. And Esarhaddon, Esarhaddon, or Esarhaddon. It's a place in Assyria as well. Let me see. And they escaped into the land of Armenia. And Esarhaddon, his son, reigned in his stead. Alright, so Esarhaddon, that name means has given a brother. Esarhaddon means has given a brother. And he is an Assyrian king. So he was, I believe, one of the sons of Sennacherib. So far we know he has 3 children. Adramelech, Sharezer, and Esarhaddon. But Esarhaddon was probably not part of spilling their dad's blood. So, and Esarhaddon, his son, reigned in his stead. He succeeded him. So, Esarhaddon in ancient Paleo Hebrew is Asar Kadan. Asar Kadan. Alright, chapter 38 of Isaiah, YashaiYAH. In those days was YashaiYAH sick unto death. And Isaiah, YashaiYAH, the prophet, the seer, with the spirit of prophecy, Yeshua bestowed upon them. Blessed be his soul. The son of Amawat, came unto him and said unto him. So Isaiah went unto Ezekiel while he was sick, and he said unto him, Thus saith Yahweh the Lord, Set thine house in order, for thou shalt die and not live. Then Hezekiah turned his face toward the wall and prayed unto Yahweh. So he turned his face unto the wall. I'm not sure if he's talking about a specific wall, but he was sick, probably in his room and home, and looked towards the wall and started praying unto Yahweh, and said, Remember now, O Yahweh, I beseech thee, I pray, I beg, how I have walked before thee in truth, Amath, and with a perfect heart, a peaceful heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight, because Yah has strengthened. And YashaiYAH wept sore. Verse 4, chapter 38 of Isaiah. Parable, metaphor. Then came the word, Hadabar, of the Lord, Yahweh, to Isaiah, YashaiYAH, saying, Go and say to Hezekiah, YashaiYAH, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, the God of Dawad, Yah, Dawad, or Alayam, Dawad, thy forefather. I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears. Behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years. So the Most High Father added 15 more years to Hezekiah's life because he heard his prayer. Remember, God Almighty, Yahweh Alayam, says, if you ask, you shall receive. If you knock, I shall open. If you seek, you shall find. But you must make the initiative step, and he shall strengthen you, like he has strengthened Hezekiah. YashaiYAH, Yah has strengthened. These words are supposed to have a positive effect upon your soul, upon how you feel. So alright, let's continue on. So I have seen thy tears, and I have heard thy prayer. Behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years, and I will deliver thee in this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria. And I will defend this city. YashaiYAH, I will defend, I will save, I will avenge. And this shall be a sign unto thee, Immanuel, God is with us. God is with us. Yah is with us. Alayam is with us. And the sign also is an affirmation, confirmation. Aman. And this shall be a sign, a manawal, unto thee from the Lord Yahweh, that the Lord Yahweh will do this thing that he hath spoken. So the Assyrians about to get crushed. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees, which is gone down in the sundial of Ahaz. So Ahaz is a king of Judah, Yehoiada, and that name means he is grasped. He is grasped, firmly held, grasped. And the way you say that name in ancient Paleo Hebrew, Ahaz, is Akatz. Akatz. So behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees, which is gone down in the sundial of Akatz, Ahaz, 10 degrees backward. Whoa, I feel like that right there is heavily important, significant. But I do not know what it means at the moment. I would have to address that later. May the Spirit of truth and discernment and revelation reveal to me what this means, if it is in the Most High's will, in due time. Almost seem like daylight saving. And degrees and sundial remind me of the clock. Degrees in the clock, on the sun clock. 10 degrees backward, like daylight saving, but I do not know what that means. So the sun returned 10 degrees, by which degrees it was gone down. Also it returned like 10 degrees, like almost like a pole reversal or something with the poles, that the sun altered its course, so the earth tilted a little bit. That made it seem like the sun tilted 10 degrees. Verse 9, parable, metaphor. The writing of Hezekiah, YashaiYAH, king of Yehoiada. So Hezekiah, Hamalak, Yehoiada, Yehudi, when he had been sick and was recovered of his sickness in Yeshua's mighty name, by his grace and mercy, I said in the cutting off of my days, I shall go to the gates of the grave. I am deprived of the residue of my years. I said, I shall not see the Most High Yahweh, even the Most High Yahweh, in the land of the living. I shall behold man no more with the inhabitants of the world. My age is departed, and is removed from me as a shepherd's tent. I have cut off like a weaver my life. He will cut me off with pinning sickness. From day even to night wilt thou make an end of me. I reckoned till morning, that as a lion of Judah, so will he break all my bones. From day even to night wilt thou make an end of me. Like a crane or a swallow, so did I chatter. I did mourn as a dove. My eyes fell with looking upward. O Yahweh, I am oppressed. Undertake for me. Which means take me away. What shall I say? He hath both spoken unto me, and himself hath done it. I shall go softly all my years in the bitterness of my soul. O Yahweh, by these things men live. So Hezekiah sings. This is part of a song. So when you sing it in ancient Paleo Hebrew, it actually rhymes. What we read in 37 was the prayer, now we're in the song. O King YashaiYAH, by these things men live, and in all these things is the life of my spirit. YashaiYAH, so wilt thou recover me and make me to live. Behold, beheld, held. For peace I had great bitterness, but thou hast in love to my soul. But thou hast in love to my soul delivered it from the pit of corruption, of sin. For thou hast cast all my sins behind thy back in Yeshua's mighty name. And no man is sinless, so we must always ask for forgiveness and feel bad when we sin. For the grave cannot praise thee. Once you're dead, you can't praise nothing. Death cannot celebrate thee, because it has no life. They that go down into the pit, the bottomless pit of Sheol, cannot hope for thy truth. They lost all hope. Never again in eternity shall they receive hope in hell. And the pit, the living, Hawa, or Kawa, shall praise thee as I do this day, the living truth. The father to the children shall make known thy truth. The father to the children shall make known thy truth. The Most High Yahweh was ready to save me. YashaiYAH, Yeshua. Therefore we will sing my songs to the stringed instruments all the days of our life. So now he tells us what instrument to perform this song with. In the house of Yahweh, Bayat Yahweh. For Isaiah, YashaiYAH, had said, let them take a lump of figs and lay it for a plaister upon the plaister upon the boil, and he shall recover. So put it in fire and try it, and it shall recover, be purified, made new through the fire of affliction. So Hezekiah also had said, what is the sign that I shall go up to the house of the Lord, Yahweh? So now, let me see where we at now. Wow, I think we actually went through all of these notes already. Alright. Yeah. Seemed like a lot more, but it really wasn't much. Alright, let me see. Alright, so we're good with that paper. Let's continue on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Alright, so we're on the last few pages of the notes. So this is chapter 39 of Isaiah, prophecies of the end times. Isaiah, YashaiYAH, verse 1. At that time, Merodach Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters in a present to Hezekiah. So let's see who was sending the presents in letters to Hezekiah. Keep that in the back of the mind. So Merodach Baladan is a king of Babylon of Assyria. And Baladan, the son, or Baladan, means he has given a son. Baladan. That's how you pronounce it in ancient Paleo Hebrew. Bala-Adan. Bala-Adan. Or Bala-Adan. Bala-Adan. Which means Baal is Lord. Baal is Adonai. So that name means Baal Adonai. So at that time, Merodach Baladan, the son of Baladan. So Merodach Baladan is the son of Baladan, and Baladan, the father of Merodach Baladan, is king of Babylon. Ancient Mesopotamia, the Medes and the Persians which is Asia Minor. Actually, it might be Asia Central. So he sent letters and presents to YashaiYAH, for he had heard that he had been sick and was recovered. And YashaiYAH, Hezekiah, was glad of them, and showed them the house of his precious things, the silver, and the gold, and the spices, and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his dominion, that YashaiYAH showed them not. He kept no secrets. He was an honorable man. Verse 3, parable, metaphor. Then came YashaiYAH, the prophet, unto King Hezekiah, and said unto him, what said these men? So Isaiah was working a lot with King Hezekiah, helping them figure out what's going on and things like that, and giving them wise counsel. And from whence came they unto thee? And YashaiYAH, Hezekiah, said, they are come from a far country unto me, even from Babylon. So Babylon is far. Then said he, far compared to Israel. Then said he, what have they seen in thine house? And YashaiYAH answered, all that is in my house have they seen. No wonder Babylon came and took everything. They seen everything. So all that is in my house have they seen. There is nothing among my treasures that I have not showed them. Then said Yashaiah to Hezekiah, YashaiYAH, hear the word, Hadabar, of Yahweh Tezabawat, of the Lord of hosts. Behold, the days come that all that is in thine house, and that which thy fathers have laid up in store, until this day shall be carried to Babylon. And they took all our stuff. It went to Babylon. Why you think all them Islamic people have all that gold and silver too? So nothing shall be left, saith Yahweh. Nothing was left. Every drop was absorbed. And of thy sons that shall issue from thee, their descendants, which thou shalt beget, shall they take away, like child services. And they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon. So they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon, which connect with what happened during the time of Daniel. You see, when the Babylonians, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had invaded Israel and took everything, and he kept like Daniel and a couple of other people. You can read in the book of Daniel about that. So an eunuch, the way you say that name in ancient Paleo Hebrew is Sarayas. Sarayas. Eunuchs is Sarayas. And in modern day Hebrew they call it Saris. 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 And eunuchs mean officials. So they shall be officials in the palace, in the mosque of the king of Babylon. You see? And eunuchs mean court officials or court officers, ministers or administrators of the state, administrators of the New World Order. And Babylon is the land of the Chaldeans. So Chaldeans is a region of South Babylon. I believe we talk about it here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So yeah, the land of Babylon is the land of the Chaldeans. It's a region of South Babylon and its inhabitants. And this is where Abraham and his family, Terah, was originally from. So they also call it Kasdi, or Kasdima, or the Kasdites, which are the Chaldeans, Kasdites, Kasdima, Kasdi. And that word Kasdites or Kasdi or Kasdima is a descendant of Kesed, a son of Nahor. Kesed, Nahor. So Nahor is the father of Kesed, the Kasedites, Chaldeans. Nahor is Abraham's brother and also his grandfather. So his brother Nahor is the son of Terah. Terah is the father of Abraham, and Terah is the father of Nahor. And the Chaldeans, the descendants of Kasad, are the descendants of Nahor, which is a son of Terah. Now Nahor also is Abraham's dad. Well, pardon me. Is also Abraham's dad's father, which means Abraham's grandfather, the father of Terah, as well as son of Berog. So the son of Berog is also named Nahor. And the son of Nahor, son of Serug, is Terah. And Terah is the father of Abraham. And Terah is also the father of the other boy named Nahor. You see? Let me make sure it's okay, it's recorded. So he's the other son of Nahor. Alright? So, and these people are all people of Seba. Hold on, let me make sure if this is with this. This may not be with this, but hold on. Alright, so Seba, which is Sabah, son of Cush, also is descendants in their land, a nation or territory. So Seba is not only a son of Cush, but Seba is also a descendant of Cush. Cush, in other words, is Ethiopia. And these are children of Lot. So this right here is probably for something we're about to read. But, alright, so let's continue on. So they shall be officers in the mosque, the palace of the king of Babylon, of confusion, Babel. Then said Hezekiah to Isaiah, good is the word of Yahweh which thou hast spoken. He said, moreover, for there shall be peace and truth in my days. We'll pause there for now, and we'll continue on in part 7 of this wonderful revelations of Isaiah, YashaiYAH. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you guys take notes. Listen to this over and over. Share the word. You know, let's go back home. This ain't home right here, man. You know, let's go back home to spirit and truth, where we all dwell it. In the dominion and domicile of truth, of light, of peace, of kindness, of mercy, of grace. You see, this is what our kingdom is. Consists of. Pardon me. And without it, man, you cannot really establish a nation without righteousness, without law, without order, without harmony, without clarity, without education. You know, without people, without the leaders caring for the people. No nation, no society can last long. So let's keep the words of the script, man, and spread the word. Yahweh alayam barakatah. Blessings, everyone. Amen. Shalom.